Hi everybody, my name is Ahmed Ismail. I'm a faculty at the School of Geology of Oklahoma State University. My field of geology is geophysics. It's called geophysics because it studies Earth using the principles of physics. What do we do in geophysics? We try to find things below the ground surface. Sometimes they are good things like water, oil, or minerals. Other times they are harmful things or hazard like earthquakes, sinkholes, voids, cavities in the ground. How do we find these things, either good or bad? We use something like the medical sonars, but they are called the geophysical equipment. These geophysical equipment send signals or waves to the ground, and these waves penetrate the ground deep, tens of feet or hundreds or even thousands of feet, and when they hit an object, they bounces off to the ground surface and we measure them. And when we look at these returns, we can determine the nature, the depth, the size of this object below the ground surface. We send different types of waves or signals. Sometimes we send electric current. Other times we send waves like electromagnetic waves or seismic waves. The funny thing is, sometimes we send no waves, but we receive nature signals from objects below the ground surface. Something like the magnetic field or gravity of these objects. And when we measure them, we can tell if these objects exist or not. I know that I threw head-spinning information at you guys, but don't worry, we're gonna have some excitement at the end. Around this time of the year, we usually receive a group of you to visit our building, and we demonstrate to you our geophysical equipment, and we show you how we use some of them to locate things below the ground surface. But sadly, due to COVID-19 conditions, we are not able to do this this year. So we kept thinking about doing something similar online, and finally we found you something that we can do together using geophysics. So wait for some fun coming soon. So let's get started. We're gonna run two geophysical activities. The first activity is about the geophysical magnetometer. Magnetometer is a device or a geophysical device that used to measure the Earth's magnetic field or detect magnetic objects below the ground surface. Magnetic objects are objects made of magnetic materials like iron or steel. For the first activity, all what you need is a smartphone and a magnetic object. On your smartphone, please go ahead and download the free app. Once you do that, slip the magnetic object under the carpet. In my case, I am using a cover of a tin can, and scan the carpet with your cell phone. Let's make this even more fun. Get a family member or a friend and let him or her hide a magnetic object below the carpet.
I'm gonna hide this.
And use your magnetic sensors in your cell phone and try to detect or find this object.
I think I'm starting to detect something. Wait a minute. I think I found it. I did.
So the second geophysical activity is about the geophysical seismometer. The seismometer is a device that measures the ground vibration or ground movement or shaking. Ground can be vibrated or shaken due to earthquakes. It can be traffic, or even a walking person can shake the ground underneath his or her feet. So, can we get our geophysical seismometer from our lab and share it with us, with you right now? Unfortunately, no. We kept thinking, and we found out our cell phones also have sensors that can be used as seismometers. So, to investigate this and run this activity, all what we need is your cell phone again, and guess what? Yourself as a source for ground shaking or vibration. Let's get started. Download this app on your cell phone. It's free, don't worry. And once you download the app, you will see three lines again on your screen. One is X, the other is Y, the third is Z. Put the phone on a flat surface and make sure it's completely flat. Look at the screen. If everything is quiet, you see nothing almost on these three lines, X, Y, and Z. Now start to shake the ground. start to create a little earthquake. Jump off the ground. Once you do that, you will see that one of these strong pulses appear on the screen. Shake the ground in a different direction. Tap the table in the X direction and look at the screen. Tap the table in the Y direction and look at the screen. In each time, you will see that your smartphone seismometer is detecting the strength of ground vibration in different directions, X, Y, and Z. Let's make it even more fun. Let's call on some family members or friends and see which one of them can shake the ground harder or cause stronger ground movement. Run the app, put the phone on a flat surface and let every one of them jump off the ground and look at the pulses that generated by each one of them.
Look, I made a tiny pulse.
As you have seen, when you jump off the ground, you cause vibration that you can detect on your cell phone seismometer. We use the same concept in geology to send the vibration deep below the ground surface. But in this case, we don't use you. We use big machines to send strong vibrations that can penetrate deep to thousands of kilometers below the ground surface to find things like oil. And we use the same concept for oil exploration. And you know what? We're lucky to be in Oklahoma because the first experiment to use this concept of sending vibration to find the oils was in Oklahoma. And the next year would be the 100th anniversary of this first experiment here at this location on the screen in Oklahoma. So, to find the oil, we use big machine that hits the ground, or sometimes explosive that hits the ground hard and send all of these waves to the ground. And when these waves bounces off different layers of the ground or different fluids, it bounces back to the surface. We measure them and to some extent we can detect the presence of oil. This is how we use these things and these concepts in geophysics. Hopefully we were able to help you introduce some of the principles of our geophysical work to you. Enjoy your summer, enjoy the activities, and have fun. Thank you.